7:05.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, throw open your windows and call out to your neighbors. It's time for John Perrotta's Comedy Factory Zoom-A-Loser, sponsored in part by A Million Little Things by Karin. Why? Because we have her on the show tonight. That's right, boys and girls. Superfan, executive producer, Karina Porcelli Sabetta, coming to us live. Also, we have on tonight's show, from the land of Russia, frontline nursing comedian Larisa Entin. Also joining us, YouTube sensation and comedian Nick LeBoeuf. And last but not least, our good friend Jessie Blue. And now, coming to you from meteorologist Tony Petrarca's spare bedroom, your host, John Perrotta.
Mike Cronin is out of his mind. I don't know how he's only been to rehab twice, and I've been much more than that. I don't understand it, Mike. You're crazy. You're a crazy man. You start the show off and you yell, people, my neighbors, the window breaks next door.
Because they're supposed to open up their window.
Yeah, but it's a winter. You cracked the guy's window, he told me the other show. You're cracking windows in the neighborhood, Mike.
He's going to call out to his neighbors.
It's just the power of the Lord, Mike. It's just the power of the Lord.
That's right, Jessie. Jesus does not want us to keep this a secret. And I got to tell you, boys and girls, we got our work cut out for us tonight because we're following Nikki Luparelli, and that show hasn't landed yet.
That was last night. Nikki Luparelli. She's a comedian, singer, producer from Worcester. I remember when she started a while back. That was a cool show. We've had some good ones. This is going to be a good one. What's going on, Larisa? What's going on at the hospital? Anything we should know about?
Our hospital is fine, and we do not need new windows, Mike. I think Mike is a window salesman. He wants people to crack their damn windows.
He breaks the windows and then he goes and sells them new windows. You're ready to do a comedy show, right, Larisa? You ready to do a comedy show?
Oh my gosh, absolutely, John. Live.
We will be back.
Absolutely.
We will be back
I'm
in some form. Hopefully, I don't like this social distance stuff. I hope we come back. It's probably going to be like that for a while. I've been talking to the club owners.
Oh.
There's some places that'll want to get back. Hopefully in the next few months, the summer or whenever we can get back. Well, so because Larisa, I had her at the Comedy Connection and the Copperfields, Power Park. She was just getting rolling with us, and then the pandemic hit. But I'm looking forward to seeing you back on stage. You did a great job. Nick LeBoeuf, talk about your YouTube channel, man. Every time I hear it, I'm still amazed at the views that you have and the subscribers and everything.
Yeah, I got a few more videos coming. I have one that is like a stereotype series of like a open mic comedy show. Basically like any type of stereotypical act you'll see at just like your average open mic. We kind of broke them up into categories and recreated a bunch of scenes at an open mic. Like, the frat guy that brings all his friends and makes them all laugh at his jokes. Or, the hippie girl with an instrument playing the ukulele or, and then I got 2 new episodes of Goalie Smarts coming. One of them is how to play against the former team. The other one is how to deal with a scrappy game, like when people are fighting and stuff.
Tell us about Goalie Smarts, because a lot of people might not know that, haven't seen past shows. Tell us about how you got started with that when you were a teenager and how it's blown up for you.
Yeah. So it started with the pond hockey video that I made senior year of high school. It got noticed by TSN. They wrote an article about it. Drove a bunch of views to it, and it pumped it up, eventually past 1 million. And because of the success of that video, I wanted to replicate hockey comedy videos. So I decided to make a series about goaltending because I've been a goalie my whole life. And I marketed it in the same way as I did the pond hockey video. And I kept getting, videos, or certain videos would be in the tens of thousands. Some of them were in the hundreds of thousands. I think the most viewed Goalie Smarts video is like 400,000. So I haven't been able to crack 1 million again, but eventually.
You You got a
Yeah,
ton of
so-
subscribers, and you got stuff going viral. I mean, it's been unbelievable what you've done. I mean, me and Mike have been running my YouTube channel for a few weeks now. We're up to I think 149 views, subscribers, Mike. Doing phenomenal, Mike.
I'll tell you, after tonight with Jessie Blue's
He's got
cat mooning
thousands
us,
and
I think
thousands.
we'll get right up there.
Mike, he's got
Yeah, she's
thousands and
really-
thousands.
She's
Right.
really not honoring the keeping it closed thing we all agreed upon. It's a little inappropriate. I apologize. Say you're sorry. Come on.
What's
Come
the
on,
cat's
take
name,
some
Jessie Blue? What's the cat's name?
This one is Opal. And she's actually the shyest cat. So we have one other named Lucy who's fluffy and chubby and like super friendly. This one is only friendly with me. And she gets really jealous when I'm on the phone with somebody or I'm in a meeting, apparently.
So she doesn't like you on this Zoom show.
She's like, you're not paying attention to me. Of course, I wasn't paying attention to her when I was making the soup, but whatever.
Now, Jessie's got a beautiful daughter. She's 8 years old, right?
9, just turned 9 in November.
9 years old. Okay, that's right. 'Cause I went by. She had a cool drive-by birthday party, and I drove by and you gave her some cupcakes, and I gave her a gift. And her daughter did stand-up comedy because Jessie, myself, and Steve DiNuccio had a gig. I don't know how long ago. It was over a year, about a year and a half now. We had a gig at
Oh, no, that was January. That was right before shutdown. It was
that
the
was
end
right
of January.
before. Okay, so it's about over a year ago. And we asked her daughter Maple if she wanted to go up and tell a joke. And she went up and told a joke, and it was funny. We were in a senior place, sister living and I gave Maple $5, and she was all excited. That was her first paid gig. That
They
was pretty-
laughed more for her than for us.
I know.
For real, like for real.
They did. They laughed at her more than us. That was tough. And with Jessie, we have our top fan that coming to shows. Mike Cronin sneaked her into a show at Periwinkle's Comedy Club in Providence when she was 17. We won't say how old she is now, but she's been coming to shows for a long time. So, Karin, what's going on? How you doing? You're with the comedians now.
I know. I love it.
First time we had just me, you, and Mike, and now
Yep.
we're gonna bring her on as a guest because she's been to all the shows.
Yeah.
And, she actually saw me and Mike and probably Rock and Joe and different comedians at Periwinkle's Comedy Club back in the day. So that's
Yeah.
what's going on. And Karin does a great business. She made these coffee mugs for me that we're going to start selling at shows when they
Oh,
come
I love
back.
that.
John Perrotta's Comedy Factory, really cool. So what else do you make, Karin? You make all kind of stuff.
I do. I make a lot of things. I do the body scrubs, remember?
You told me about the body scrubs in the first show she was on, and I thought, what does that mean? You get a bucket with soapy water and a brush, and you scrub me down. I didn't know what a body scrub was.
That is not right.
That's what I thought. I didn't know. I said, what's a body scrub? Nick, you're in New Hampshire. If somebody says they're going to give you a body scrub, what are you going to think?
I'm gonna think they're scrubbing my body.
That's what I'm saying. What are you making for Valentine's Day,
You know
Karin?
what else I was thinking?
What's that, Nick?
You know what I was thinking? If you started a cat YouTube channel, could you write the cat off on your taxes?
This is a great question. I want to know.
Cats are money makers, man. Internet loves them.
I got to start. I should get my my grandpuppy on here, Winston. He's an Australian
Yeah.
Shepherd. He's really cool.
So cute.
Yeah, he's a beautiful dog, and he's a devil. He's a little devil. He gets in the
So
hole.
cute.
If you leave the bathroom door open, he gets the toilet paper and runs out with it into the kitchen. He does all kind of wacky stuff. You get one thing from him, and he grabs a shoe, and you get that from him. He grabs something else. So when I go over to my daughter's, I can't stay in the kitchen. There's a gate there. I can't even go in the living room with him because he gets into everything. He drives me nuts. So what are you making for Valentine's Day, Karin? What can people get from you for Valentine's Day?
I'm making a lot of cups, a lot of mugs and gnomes, my little gnomes.
Wow, that's cool. That's nice.
Yeah, mostly just cups and tumblers
Tumblers.
kind of things. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Nice,
it right
Karin.
now.
If
Mostly
anybody
just
wants
being
to
honest.
buy anything off Karin, you can
Mhm.
message me or I'll put you in touch with Karin. I'll call her up, and she's got all kind of cool stuff. So if you're looking for something for Valentine's Day or for your business, really happy with the coffee mug. It's really cool. We do a
Hold
great
on, Karen.
job.
Are all those gifts, are they all for John?
No.
Oh, no. I thought they all
Larisa,
for your favorite comedian.
if they were all for me, her husband is what's your husband's nickname? Big Daddy, Mike?
Yep.
Big Daddy.
Her husband, Big Daddy. If she was giving me all those gifts, Big Daddy be coming over and knocking on the door. So we can't do that. We don't do that. She's making my coffee mugs. That's it, Larisa.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Guys are nuts. Mikey, what else you got to add to this mix so far?
You know, I'm upset. Yeah, I'm glad we mentioned Big Daddy because, you know, I'm a little bit sad. He had told me earlier he was going to stick his head in, and now Big Daddy's not. Now he's going to no-show on us.
Yep.
You know, Big Daddy's a handsome man. He's like 6'3". You go to Karina's Facebook page there. He looks like a senator. He's a very dapper man, and now he doesn't want to stick his head in.
No.
Big Daddy's blowing us off.
How come he's not sticking his head in? You don't want to?
I don't know. I think he's camera shy.
You think so,
Mike
Big Daddy?
Mike is having daddy issues.
Mike has several issues. He's got several.
Because we got to get to know Big Daddy because they have a big house. The Sabetta compound is like something you see down at Hyannis. It's a big house, and we got to get together there for the summertime for barbecues. So we got to develop this relationship with Big Daddy now. Big Daddy is wasting valuable relationship building time.
Right. I know. I told him he's not coming down.
Not coming.
Sorry.
Down.
He won't
Mike,
come down.
No.
So today, right, I'm talking to Karina, and she's got a lot of stuff going on. She goes, "All right, I got to let you go. I'm picking up my son from school." So I said, "You got the hat on?" She, "Yeah, I got the hat on." "You have gloves on?" "No, I don't have gloves on." "I don't have socks on either." I said, Whoa, it's snowing outside. What do you mean you don't have socks on? So she hangs up. She tells me she has these little sneakers on. She hangs up and sends me a picture of her feet in the snow. She's got these little cool sneakers on. Her ankles are tan, like she just came back from a Caribbean resort. I thought I was looking at Snooki's ankles. Who's got the most tan ankles in Rhode Island?
You're out of your mind.
You're crazy.
You're out of your mind,
He's
Mike.
crazy.
He's a sick man. Let's talk before we forget. Let's talk about Tom Brady winning the Super Bowl.
Yay.
Yeah.
That was
Well,
you.
he ends the debate.
And I don't gamble anymore. I used to bet on games. I told all my friends, bet the house on Tom Brady. He's going to win this game. I was confident, and he went out. I thought they'd win by a touchdown, maybe a field goal. I could not believe that they'd smash the Kansas City Chiefs, one of the greatest teams around. And Patrick Mahomes, the Kansas City quarterback, had won 25 of his last 26 games. So this was a tough one to win. And Brady, I was confident in him. He went in and they blew him away, Mike. You know?
That was a great game. I'll tell you, man, I was so fired up. I was emotional also because my mom's birthday is February 7th. And my mom was a big football fan, as my dad was. They both went home to Jesus. So on February 7th, Tom Brady wins the record-setting Super Bowl ring number 7. I ordered right away after the game, I ordered a Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarter zip pullover. So now I'm all happy. I'm in bed, right?
Crazy.
I'm in bed, and all of a sudden I get the alert on my phone from the email. So I open up, it says, "Hey, Mike, sorry I missed the mark on this one, but we had to cancel your order. We'll make it up to you next time." I'm like, "Oh, I'll show you." I get right up out of bed, get behind my computer. I went to NFL.com and I bought a better one. It's on the way. I'm going to be rocking it.
Crazy, Mike. I'm still a Patriot fan, but I'm a Brady fan too. I like to see the Patriots. Hopefully, I wish they didn't let him go, but I'm a Brady fan and a Patriots fan. So some people kind of turned on the Patriots because Brady left, and some turned on Brady because he left. But I'm still a fan of both. You know what I mean? That's how I view it anyway. Are you a Brady fan, Larisa? Football at all?
I am. You know, I think it's for the first time in a long time I stayed up to watch the game till the end. And because, you know, I had to get up the next day at 5 a.m. But I don't know. I just really wanted him to win.
Yeah. And then we had that storm. So I had to go out at halftime and clean all the cars off, which was a lot of snow. I came in, caught the second half. Then my snow guy came, and I pulled the cars out. He got everything cleaned up for me. I used to shovel, but no more, Nick. I'm too old for this stuff. Jesse Blue,
Yeah.
you a Brady fan?
You know, I sort of. Yes, I don't agree with some of his political stances that we don't have to discuss, but I was really pleased to see him win because I think to be able to be playing at the level he's been playing at for 25 years, you know, since he was 18, is pretty insane. And of course, I'm a lot over 40, so it's always encouraging to see somebody do something at such a high skill level and endurance level after 40, because it just tells us that we're so capable, you know, that we're much more plastic intellectually and physically than we think we are.
43 years old, the oldest quarterback ever to win a Super Bowl. It's unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
That was a great game. Nick, you're a Brady fan. I know that.
I love Tom Brady. He is he's the GOAT, man, you know? And I think that he probably wouldn't have won another Super Bowl had he stayed on the Patriots this season. I feel like he needed a he needed a lot of firepower, but he's also just a genius when it comes to creating plays. And thanks to him, I grew up a spoiled New England sports fan. I mean, like, I remember the Patriots winning my entire existence on planet Earth. You know what I mean?
My son's like that too.
And I know that.
Yeah, my son's spoiled because all he knows is the dynasty of the New England Patriots had all those years. When Tom Brady first started, he was a nobody. He was a rookie. He made an appearance at Baxter's Jewelers in Warwick, Rhode Island. This bothers me to this day. There was a line. I waited in a line, but he was a nobody. But nobody knew what Tom Brady was. My son said, I want to see a Patriots player. So I take him there. We get up to Tom Brady. We shake his hand. Yeah, he had this cool little hat on, not a football hat, like a cap. And he was really cool. And he autographed a football for my son. And back then, the phones didn't have cameras in them. So, and I didn't bring a camera because I figured, who's Tom Brady? And I always, to this day, it bothers me that I never took a picture of my son standing with Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback ever, and I don't have a camera. That would have been an awesome picture to have for him for the rest of his life, you know. Karen, you're going to be a Brady fan, right? No. Who do you like, Karen? You don't like Tom Brady?
I don't like football.
Oh, you don't like
but I get it.
Like football, but Brady's.
I know.
I mean, I'm a guy, but Brady's a hunk. I mean, he's.
Oh, I don't think so.
With a supermodel. He's with a supermodel.
Yeah, I don't see it.
You don't like
that's always a stamp of brilliance, dating a supermodel.
Yeah. That doesn't.
Do you like baseball? Do you like any sports?
Me? No.
Nothing.
I mean, I like basketball because my kids play.
Where do you go? Golfing with Big Daddy on the weekends?
No, Big Daddy doesn't play sports.
He doesn't play sports either.
No.
What do you guys walking around with no socks on in the snow?
That's
big thing at the
can't my ankle.
Yep. That's it.
Are we at least going to be able to do a dot throw when we come over your house for the big cookout this summer? We got to throw dots, cricket, something.
We'll do something.
We got to do volleyball.
Mike is all wound up tonight.
I'm very disappointed Big Daddy won't come on camera.
Everybody's calm on this show tonight. Everybody's relatively calm. And then we got Mike Cronin. I don't know what he took today. He had to take
That's because he naps. He takes a nap.
What did you drink? What did you drink them? Power? What do you call those drinks?
I drink the same thing. You're the one that turned me on to these.
Monster. What do you call them? Monster?
I drink Powerade.
You drink Powerade too?
Powerade.
Yep. The key is I take my nap. So this morning I get up at 5 o'clock. I say my prayers, went to work for Pastor Mike, did a little bit of work for Johnny P, called Johnny P. Then I take my morning nap. So I get up from my morning nap, take my shower, get all dressed, go through hair and makeup, did my consulting, had a couple of conversations with Karin in the afternoon, reached out to Nikki Porcelli twice. If you're watching, Nikki, I called you twice. Hurt my feelings. You didn't pick up. That's okay. So then I get done with all that, and then I take my pre-show nap. So I took my pre-show nap. I set my alarm so it goes off, and lucky it went off because I was in a deep, deep sleep.
So you took 2 naps today.
Oh yeah, 2 naps. Yeah, you gotta take care of yourself. You gotta
Yeah,
nap.
I get up. I used to take naps when I worked at the prison. I get out at 3. I'd have to crash for an hour or 2 and then get ready for a gig. And that was it. But now I get up 7, 8 o'clock and I'm up till 11, midnight sometimes. I don't take any naps hardly ever. I don't know why,
I break
but
it.
I got out of that
right
prison.
down.
I got out of that prison and I seem to have more energy. And when I was in there, it kind of, you know what I mean? It wipes you. When you get out of there after 8 hours, I don't know, mentally, it just wipes you. When I got out of there, I was exhausted. It wasn't like physical labor. It was just, it was an exhausting, you know what I mean? Crazy place.
You
know?
take 2
Anyone
naps
else
a day.
I was
You
gonna say, is
take
anyone else still stuck on hair and makeup?
Me and Jessie are racing. Me and Jessie are racing for the mic over here.
Well, somebody, go ahead, Mike. What are you going to say?
Well, I can't say it now. The joke's not going to stick. Jessie ruined it. Jessie ruined it. Note to the producers: if someone's talking first, don't say another word.
Mike, don't yell. I'm going to Jessie because you're
I was
crazy.
gonna say you take 2 naps a day, and Winston's gonna look at you differently. You'll feel better. You'll have more energy.
But I don't get tired during the day. I don't know why, but I used to get tired.
Yeah.
When I worked 8 hours and I had to get up early, get ready for work, worked 8 hours, and then I had a show at night, maybe 2 shows. Then I had to take a nap. But now I don't really have to nap before a Zoom show.
Let me ask you this: how much sleep do you get at night? How many hours are you sleeping?
I probably sleep 8 hours.
See,
7, 8 hours.
I don't. I stay up late. I binge watch TV. I say my prayers. I go to bed. I get like on average 4 hours. 4 hours.
We're going to sit down. We're going to have a Zoom show. I'm going to bring on a sleep expert. And we're going to get you off the cigarettes. We're going to get you in bed at a decent time, up at a decent time, get you a good night's sleep, and see how many naps you require then. We're going to change our whole schedule.
The hypnotist.
Don't get up at 5:30. You got to get up at 7:30, 8 o'clock. You're retired now.
I'll be bored if I don't get up at that time. I'll just be bored. So I get up at that time and I start to get stuff done. I plan out my day. No, I'm not joking around. I plan out my day. I work for Pastor Mike this morning. I get the stuff done for you I had to get done. I say my prayers and then I plan out what I got to do, who my calls are for the day. So I get a lot done then.
You don't have to get up at 5 to plan your day. Before I go to bed, I get a little index card. I write the day down so I don't forget the day. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I write Wednesday. I write 8 o'clock appointment for this, 10 o'clock haircut, 2 o'clock doctor's appointment on Zoom. I write it all down. So when I get up at 7, 8 o'clock, a decent night's sleep, I got it all set on my index card. I don't have to get up at 5 to write the card up. I do it before I go to bed, Mike. This is what we're going to get you to do.
So let me ask you this question. Let's say last night Terry grabs the index card and she writes Friday. Are you waking up today thinking it's Friday?
I'm all screwed up. Yeah. I wake up to an index card every day. Sometimes there's 2 things on it. Sometimes there's 22. Whatever's on that card. And as I do them, I check them off. But I don't have to get up at 5 in the morning to write this card, Mike.
I love your
day. You can plan your day tomorrow before you go to bed. Am I right, Nick? Jessie, am I right?
Of course.
We're gonna change Mike Cronin. That's gonna be the goal the next month. We're gonna change your schedule. I don't like seeing the guy get up at 5 in the morning, Karin. You know what I mean? to write an index card, it takes 5 minutes to do. You look at your calendar, you figure out what you got to do, and you write it out. Am I right, Larisa?
Karina's getting up early in the morning to get the Sabetta compound up on its feet.
What time do you get up in the morning? It's Karin. I keep calling her Karina. It's Karin.
I don't sleep good. I'm up all night.
You're up all night?
I'm up all night, but I get up by 6.
What do you walk around the house barefoot?
Yeah.
You're just walking around the house all night.
Yeah.
So if I was married to you, I'd be sleeping. I was like, yeah, she goes again. I had a pitter patter with your feet. All of a sudden, the door opens. You're standing out in the snow again on your feet. Jessie Blue, what's going on? She likes to go in the snow with no socks on. Do you do that?
When I grew up in Maine, I used to go out to the wood pile either barefoot or in socks to bring in wood. So I'm feeling you, Karin. I get it.
Why did you do it We'll put
Because I was in the house, but I was in the house by the wood stove, and I was a kid. I didn't care. You just wipe them off on the rug when you come in.
I got a text from Jessie Blue. I can't.
Yeah, you guys and your geezer routines. Nobody wants to hear about your sleep schedule 3 times. I gotta be honest with you. Are you gonna tell me about your prune juice routine next? Like, come on, man.
Well, we talk
your
about
daily constitutional. Is
we
that
talk
next
about
on the agenda?
we talk about all kind of stuff on here, Jessie Blue. Whatever you want to talk. What do you want to talk about?
Well,
Let's talk about your chicken soup.
I should probably ask Mike for permission first. No, I started 2 clean McLarens with my daughter, and 20% of all proceeds are going to help other single moms. And so I make bath scrub too, Karin.
Nice.
And I make body spray, bath scrubs, homemade soaps. It's all organic. I'm sure you're using a ton of essential oils too yourself. So it's just really nice to have clean, safe stuff. The bug spray doesn't require us to take a risk of getting cancer just to prevent bugs, So we're having a good time with it. We're getting a ton of orders, and I'm trying to get up the websites, and that's
nice.
what's up with me.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. She's selling stuff. You're selling stuff.
I love it.
Nick sells stuff. His YouTube channel. What kind of stuff do you sell, Nick?
I sell jerseys. Like I have goalie size hockey jerseys that people wear on the ice. Got a few pictures of some fans wearing it. It's pretty cool. I also got some hoodies and some t-shirts and some hats. And that's about it. Oh, and stickers. I did like those mugs though, so I might
At the coffee
do a
mugs.
message because-
That's what I sell. So
Yeah,
if anybody wants a coffee mug, let me know. They're on sale now, $59.99. We're giving you a deal. Man, next week they'll be back up to $75. So you better put your orders in now. These are really shop cups, and we even throw a bag of Dunkin' Donuts coffee in. So what do you want? You know what I mean? Larisa, you're a nurse. Do you sell anything, or what do you?
Do I sell anything?
You got anything on the
I give-
side you're doing that you can sell?
I give free health advice, as you know.
I need a lot of health advice. Believe me when I tell you. Me and Mike need a lot of health advice. I'm going to Mike's for lunch Friday.
Yep, coming to my house. I want to make a point. I want to go to Jessie Blue again. Jessie has the most beautiful, soothing speaking voice. If Jessie Blue had a radio show or a podcast, I would listen.
Well, thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
I said that when I met her, right, Jessie? I said,
You're very sweet about my voice. Yeah, my speaking and my singing voice. You're very sweet about that.
Yeah, she's a great singer. She does some singing. We did a benefit at a free show at the Veterans Home in Bristol. I forget when it was, over a year ago, year and a half now.
Wasn't that like October?
Yeah.
A year and a half, something like that.
We went out to Bristol, got a bunch of comedians, free show, veterans, a lot of them in wheelchairs, older guys, and we did a free show with Jessie. She said she could sing a song. I said, yeah, during your act, she sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Judy Garland. What a song. She belted it out, and it was awesome. And we did.
Thank you.
Yeah, we put on a great show, and you sang at the, we had Maple told the jokes at that senior center. You sang there too, I think, didn't you?
You asked me to sing, and I sang. Yeah, it was a pretty chill crowd, so we were trying to wake a couple people up, I think. We were making sure they still had a pulse, and it was actually just sleep.
Yeah. Well, they were. I think that was a place.
That was someone's birthday.
It was someone's birthday, but they all had kind of dementia, so it was kind of.
Yeah.
We did the best we could. I mean, they were laughing. I don't know how much they knew, but it was kind of. I like to do stuff and help people out. You know what I mean?
It was really fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It turned out to be having your daughter go on stage. That made it. So that was a cool thing for her to remember. She got on stage at 8 years old.
She still talks about it.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. Nick, how old were you when you got on stage?
Well, I was doing acting stuff since like kindergarten. I did a play in kindergarten, and then I did theater classes every summer, and I quit because I didn't want to be a theater nerd. So middle school, I just made goofy videos with my friends and did like band and stuff. I was in the jazz band. I played guitar.
Wow.
And
Talented guy.
first time I did an open mic, I was 16
Wow.
at Murphy's Tap Room.
God bless you.
Back when they had yeah, 16.
That's cool.
And yeah.
And you're only
And
what, 23 now? What are you, 23 now?
Yeah, 20.
Yeah,
Yep.
so he's already been doing comedy a few years and really funny. Nick is, oh, you guys are all funny, but Karen's making cups and she's making us laugh too in the snow. But Nick is really good. They did the comedy connection, did awesome, very funny act. And you're only 23, so I admire you for that because I came back at 30. I did it at 25, but didn't come back and really get into it till I was 33. And you're 23 and already been doing it for like 6 years. So that's fantastic. I mean, you stick with it, there's no telling what you can do, you know what I mean? If I stick with it in 5 years, I'll be in an assisted living. But you stick with it, Nick, there's no telling what can happen.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Hey,
we're coming up on a year anniversary of the Comedy Connection. We did the show there.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah,
I remember we did that show, and then like a week later, we were in a Dunkin' Donuts, and all the Corona stuff was on the news. And like everyone in that Dunkin' Donuts was like panicking, and no one had a mask or like any of that.
Yeah, Nick drove up and came there in my house to Dunkin' Donuts. So we went over. We did some stuff for me on videos and stuff and YouTube channel. He made the logo, and he helped me out a lot. We were going to do a lot of stuff, and then because he can tape your sets at the shows. So and he does a really good job, and he puts them on YouTube or whatever you want with him, you know. So that's another plug for you down the road. We'll definitely be getting you to film more, you know, sets for us, you know, comedians, you know. So it's well worth the money. But what do you charge, Nick? 500?
You know, sometimes if I'm on a show, sometimes I'll just bring the camera and just let it run, and sometimes I'll just hand out tapes to whoever was on. You know, it's kind of a good networking you know, thing, and you're kind of, you know, starting off.
Oh, you did that for me. You taped my set at the Comedy Connection and Fody's Tavern, and then I started giving you some work, and we were gonna do a lot of stuff together, and then boom, the pandemic hit. But so I'm hoping to get things going again with you and Jessie, Blue, Larisa, Mike, and get back into it. I'm not gonna go as full steam as I was before, but I'd like to go maybe half of what I did before and have other, you know, book stuff and have other guys do stuff, you know. But because I'm getting old, Mikey, right?
I would say that with age, the Bible tells us that with gray hair is a sign of wisdom. So embrace that 63rd birthday, my brother, because you are still a young man.
I'm a young man.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Is that why I got my man Matt coming to Charlotte tonight at 8:30? Because I'm young.
Well, you know, not only are you a young man, you are a wise man because you got Matt coming over to do it, my brother. You're a wise
4 or 5
man.
years ago, I was out there with the shovel. You know when it's really wet? I'm at the end of the driveway trying to get it, and all of a sudden I got a chest pain, and I went in the house. No matter what I did, I laid down. I went back in the recline. I went and sat in my car. No matter what I did, I didn't feel right. And I was ready to tell my neighbor to call the rescue. I was like, and all of a sudden I started feeling better. And I never, hardly ever shovel again. I got a guy, that's it. I get the guy, I don't chance it. Because it's not worth, I know a guy I used to work with. He was 38 years old. He went out and shoveled, came back in the house, he died, heart attack. So, you know, you get to a certain point, it's not worth it. Money's, you pay a few bucks and get it done. You know what I mean? That's what I think, Karen. What do you think?
I agree.
Yeah, does Big Daddy shovel? You got Big Daddy, he still shovels, right?
Of course, yeah, he does.
When he doesn't want to shovel anymore and he wants to help you make the coffee mugs, I'll send my guy Matt over there.
Now I want to go to Karina for a second here.
Yeah.
Karin.
I can't call her Karen. It doesn't sound right for me. Karina, we've got Big Daddy out shoveling. I know his age. I'm not going to reveal it. But I want to know, you've got 2 able-bodied sons, 2 teenage boys. How are they getting away with staying in bed while Big Daddy's shoveling?
You ain't going to get that all.
They get away with a lot. Wow. I don't know. He doesn't even ask. He just goes out and does it. So then he comes in and they say, well, you didn't ask. Right?
that my mother would have been
Crazy.
up those stairs, dragging me down by the seat of my pants if I wasn't out there shoveling.
I know.
I was in the Navy in 1978, the blizzard of 78. My poor mother worked at the Providence Journal. She got stuck downtown for 4 days. My father somehow made it home from work, and I was in Virginia. I called on a payphone. There was not even a snowflake, nothing. So the blizzard of 78, I missed the whole thing. I didn't see any of it.
Wow.
Yeah, so thank God. I've heard stories. It was unbelievable. I saw pictures. I forget how old was it. What was it? 3 feet of snow? Some
Yeah.
Close
Yeah.
to it, man. Close to it.
30-something inches.
We had some woman living with us for like 2 weeks that was stuck. My father rescued her somewhere.
So your father came in and told your mother, listen,
It's just a random woman. He found her
your
like
father
walking.
just walked in the house and, honey, I got a random woman that's going to stay with us for 2 weeks.
Yep.
He
She
got
did.
stranded in the snow, and your mother believed him. Your mother believed him. If I did,
Yeah.
I was mad. I've been divorced twice. That's what happened to me. I walked in, I get this random woman. I found she was fixing a flat tire. I helped her out. She lost her plane ticket. She's got to stay here for a couple of weeks.
She
A
really
random
was. She really was stranded. I'm not kidding.
That's what your father says. And we got to believe your father because Mike said he's a great guy. I'm sure she was stranded and I'm sure he helped her out. He was completely innocent.
He
But if it
was.
was me and I walked in, they wouldn't have believed me. Nobody believed me.
Karen,
Oh my goodness gracious.
Nobody believes me. When it comes to a woman, nobody believes me. I don't know what it is, Jessie, but they don't believe me. Nick, you believe me, right?
Of course I believe you. Of course.
I've never brought in a girl from the snow though. I've never done that. You know something? The next big storm, I'm gonna go
nothing
look.
tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look and see if any girls are stranded, and I'll bring them in the house and see what happens.
Did anybody else see the look on John's face when Karina said that? His eyes they open when he goes, some random woman.
I think I said it wrong. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I should have explained it better.
That was
Here's my
hilarious.
grand puppy Winston. Can you see it?
Oh, cute.
He's a beautiful dog.
He really is.
He's a great
Cutie.
dog. He's a devil. He's a devil.
We rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
Here we go again.
We rebuke that. So Johnny P, you mentioned Navy. I grabbed this hat right away. This is the hat that you turned down, brother.
Nice. I don't wear hats anymore, Mike. I used to wear hats, but I don't wear them anymore.
I love this hat.
Yeah. I was in the Navy 76 to 1980. I was getting out. My time was up. My 4 years was up. They were going on a South American cruise, Rio de Janeiro, Ecuador, Sao Paulo, Brazil, Uruguay, all these places. I asked them, can I sign up for 4 more months? They said, sure. So I re-enlisted for 4 months, extension, and then I went to South America. That was a crazy place. Topless beaches, Larisa. All the top. You're walking around and you're trying to stay calm. You're a young guy, but they're all the girls are topless. It was crazy. And of course I behaved myself.
Did you describe that as you're trying to stay calm? Looking at random women.
We used to be off the ship used to be out in the water. We used to have to take a boat in. But when we were out in the water, a little ways from some of these ports we pull into, there were boats of girls, topless women, riding around a boat, busting us up. They're all waving at us. They're all topless. I mean, it's a good thing that I'm a nice guy, and I would never. You know what I mean, Mike?
Now, here's what I want to know: had you stayed in the Navy, what rank would you be today?
Well, when I got out, I made it in 4 years. I made it to E5, which is pretty good. So I probably would have somehow made it to E7 or E8. Who knows? I would have been at least E7 because I was E5 when I got out. In 4 years. And
now, what is that? A sergeant?
No, I was an operations specialist, second class petty officer, which I was a radar operator. Basically, I used to sit on a radar scope. I used to love it. I go on like at midnight till the next morning, and I had like 3 hours on the radar scope. And I liked it so much. If it was your turn to go on, I'd ask you, Mike, can I take your 2 hours? I used to stay. I loved it. And it was all computerized. I can imagine what they have now. But you roll over to the blip would come on the screen. There was another ship coming. You press it, and it would tell you how fast the ship was going. If we kept on our course and they kept on their course, how close we'd come to them. You had the headphones. You'd be talking to the other guys that were looking with binoculars. And we used to play that song "Radar Love" by Golden Earring. We used to have that blasting while we were sitting on the radar scope. It was really cool. It was really cool. I mean,
So now, is that saying that I've heard? I joined the Navy to see the world, but all I saw was the sea. Is that true?
It depends. Every guy's different. I got lucky. I went on the first ship, 7 months. They pulled in New York dry dock. So I spent 7 months in New York City. In Brooklyn, we were 7 months. And then I went to school to become a radar operator. I got out of school. I got very lucky. They put me on a Spruance class destroyer and the Arthur W. Radford. And I got on that ship. It was only a year and a half old. And they wanted to show it off. So that we went on a Mediterranean cruise. I went to Egypt, Italy, France, Spain. We went a North Atlantic cruise. I went to Holland, Denmark. We went over to Germany, all over the world. And
Wow.
I went to the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, all over South America. I went to 25 countries in 4 years and 4 months.
That's incredible.
So I saw, now people say, why don't you travel? I did so much traveling in 3 years on that one ship that if I take a cab down the street, I'm all set. You know what I mean? I don't want to travel anymore. I don't know what it is. I don't want to travel. Has anybody had that happen, Jessie, or anybody? You travel, and you don't want to really travel anymore?
I love
Listen,
traveling.
You love
I love
traveling?
it. I spent a month in Cambodia. I've been to Portugal, Gibraltar, England,
Yeah,
Spain,
England. I went to England. That was cool.
the islands. Yeah, I love traveling.
I mean, I'm not saying I never travel again, but you know, like we were gonna go meet my son and my daughter, and we were gonna go to Elvis, Graceland, and Memphis, and all that. At the end of June, I was supposed to go and see my son and everything, and we haven't seen him in 13 months because of the pandemic. But you know, I was, you know, we're gonna go. I was gonna fly to Mexico to see my son in April, and that got canceled. So this whole last year, should have saw my son 3 times at Christmas. We didn't see him at all. You know what I mean? So it's kind of tough, you know. But Nick, have you done much traveling yet?
A little bit. I've used to go to Florida a lot when I was a kid. Been to Canada many times, Colorado, California.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Never really left the continent though. That's the next thing.
The crazy thing is when you're in the Navy and you cross the equator, they have this big ceremony. You're a polywog, they call it. There's a polywog, and if you cross the equator, you're a shellback. So they have this big ceremony. The guys that were the shellbacks put you through it, and you were a polywog. Once you crossed the equator, went through the ceremony, now you're a shellback. It was unbelievable. First, they put you through. They got a long chute filled with garbage. You got to go in there, crawl through it, full of garbage. Then you go up they got this guy, King Neptune, they call him. The fattest guy in the ship. He's got all grease on his stomach. He grabs you by the ears and pulls your head and rubs your face right in the stomach. This is legit. They had one guy, he had to get a hot dog and measure the ship in hot dogs. He kept flipping a hot dog and counting how many hot dogs the length of the ship. All these crazy things going on. And then I crossed the equator and I became a shellback. So I'm a shellback, which is pretty cool. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Have you ever crossed the equator, Karin?
No.
Do you do much traveling?
No. The first time I went on a plane was my honeymoon.
Wow, where'd you go?
I was 29. We went to Anguilla.
Nice. How was it? Nice?
Yeah, it was nice.
Okay,
But it was the first time I was ever away.
My first honeymoon, we went to the Poconos. God bless my first ex-wife. I see her here and there, we get along. But when she's sitting on the bench with the newlyweds are all playing softball. So she's sitting on the bench. Somebody hits a line drive, whacks her right in the shoulder. I'm like, is this a signal that maybe this marriage is doomed? I don't know. But It lasted 7 months, so apparently it was doomed. She got hit by the softball. 7 months, Larissa. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Then the second marriage, we went to San Francisco and LA. I went to Alcatraz. How many people go to Alcatraz,
Wow.
the most famous
I bet.
prison in the world? You been there, Nick? Was
Yep.
that cool? Was that cool or what?
Oh my God, so cool. Seeing
Al Capone cell.
Yep.
Yeah, the Birdman Alcatraz cell. You put these headphones on, and they take you through it. It tells you which every cell. Al Capone cell. I mean, that was wild to me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Seeing the real head there that he used to fake out the prison. John, do you think you'd be faked out by that head?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know, man. I wonder if those guys ever made it. There was one of them or two of them that escaped. I wonder if they ever made it. They never found them.
Yeah, shark infested, cold Pacific water. There was
Probably
that was a
not.
dangerous place.
Yeah, they
I hope,
escaped.
I hope, you hope they did. I hope they did. You know.
Yeah, I mean, if you got the guts to escape Alcatraz, you might as well try to make it. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but see, you're a prison guard, so like, you must feel bad for the prison guards, though, a little bit. I
Oh.
mean,
If I
think everyone
call
got
them,
fired?
they're actually here in Rhode Island. We call them correctional officers, and
that's right. Yeah.
I've had people say prison guard, and I don't take offense, but some of the guys are like, I'm a correctional officer. So I mean, you know, me, I just say I go to work. I'm here, so whatever. But some guys
Yeah.
they get offended by calling them a prison guard because they want to be a correctional officer, which is that's what I was for 36 years. I don't knock it. I mean, it's just I can understand people don't know, and sometimes they'll say prison guard, they just don't realize it, you know. But
Yeah, common vernacular, like saying cop instead of police officer or whatever.
yeah. Yeah.
But,
Larissa, you
yeah.
done much traveling, Larissa?
We travel a lot. Yes, I love to travel. Passionate about traveling. Yes.
Where do you go? Now the last year, where have you been? Pawtucket? Where have you been?
I have been up in Europe. I have been in Asia. I love traveling.
You went to
my
Asia.
Yeah, I've been in Japan, and I think it even affected my child because, as you know, she got accepted to NYU next year, and she picked
That's
the major,
great.
international relations. Yeah.
I went to Asia today.
Did you? Were you fully vaccinated? for it?
Asia Grill, Garden City, Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
I met the club owner, Charlie Chin, because we do shows for him in Lincoln. Hopefully they'll be back at some point. So I
Yeah.
did go to Asia today.
Did he feed you?
Yeah, we ate. Yeah. It's the first time I've been anywhere. We were all by ourselves, but I've never gone anywhere in this last year to eat anywhere. I always get takeout or whatever. And we were in a cool spot. It was just me and him talking. He's a great guy. We do the Asia Grill at the Lincoln Mall.
Yes.
What I've done the last few days, I've touched base with all the club owners. Jessie Blue, Copperfields. He's got a new place in Johnston, the Asia Grill, the Venue 131 at Angelo's Palace Pizza in Cumberland. Great room. They all want us back at some point. Lemongrass, all the places. They all want us back, but it's just a matter of when things get better, you know.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, what do they say? When do they think?
Most of them have no clue. They got to see what
Okay.
happens. 3 of them, the Carriage Inn, Copperfields in Johnston, the Paramount Park. We do a show on a Sunday before a holiday. Those 3 will come back sooner. The rest of them, it could be a while longer. The owners, some of them are conservative and they're afraid. You know what I mean? They want to wait till a lot of people get the vaccine and things are a lot better. You know what I mean? And Mike runs with Tommy Moran, Laughter and Happy. I was gonna say Happy Days, Mike. Laughter and Hope Ministries. And, we're gonna have anything going on. When do you think you'll be back, Mike?
Right now, Tommy is in talks with someone. I guess I can say his name, Jim McHugh. You know Jim McHugh, right?
Oh yeah.
Tommy's in talks with him right now about bringing Laughter and Hope into one of his big events. Pretty excited about that. We got to get the details worked out. We're looking at like April for that. We're also gonna, as I discussed before, I'm gonna forecast the year. Just gonna send out, this is who we are, the backstory. When the time is right, let's have that conversation. Gonna reach out to all of the churches and the ministries, both men and women. There's a chance I might be doing I might be performing at the Entin Challenge. I'm pretty excited about that. I still call him Pastor. Pastor Manzo has reached out to Pastor Mike on that, so I'm looking forward to that. So we're planning our year. We're gonna plan our year. What's gonna become of it is gonna be what God wants to have happen. I firmly believe that, and as we've discussed before, these shows are gonna come back. People, I can tell you myself. This Sunday morning, I watched CBS News Sunday morning, and I watched Face the Nation, and I was getting excited. Just hearing these doctors, these healthcare professionals, people of science talking about these numbers coming down, I was getting excited. So I'm really hoping and praying that by the warm weather, when it comes around, we're going to be back to life as we know. And when that happens, people that I talk to, they want to know when you're coming back. They want to get out. They want to go to a movie. They want to go out to dinner. They want to go to a comedy show. So someone like you, John, who's your productions company's been around for 30 years, they're going to come out. They definitely are going to come out. And I think Karina can speak to that. Do you agree with me, Karina? Don't you think so?
Definitely. We can't wait.
Yeah, she's
Definitely.
a top fan.
Super fan.
Karin
The
is our
super
top
fan.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait either. We got to wrap this up because my snow guy's coming in a little while.
Oh,
Larisa,
come on, let's get the
listen.
snow guy on with us.
That's an idea. But I'd rather actually go out and find a girl stuck somewhere. Karin's father. I like to go walk around the streets and see which girl can't start her car. Listen, you can come stay at my house. Your father would think I'm nuts. Larisa, what are you going to say to wrap it up?
I'm gonna go outside and see if some handsome single friend of mine just needs a shelter for tonight and next 50 years.
Now, is that a vest you have on, Larisa? Like a vest?
Yeah, in case somebody's cold outside, I'm all prepared, to welcome them.
I like the vest. It looks like you've been duck hunting or something. It looks, I'm not sure what.
It's mine now.
Probably stole that from the last guy you had in the snow you picked up.
From the last snowstorm, yes.
Jessie Blue, got the chicken soup going, the cat's going. What's going on? You're going to wrap it up. What do you got to say, Jessie Blue?
Well, I'm meeting up with Larisa later to go check out the snowbanks, make sure there's no handsome, strapping guy stuck in them. Other than that, the only other thing on my agenda is I've been asked to pray and preach for a new church in Pakistan, which is
Praise God.
People risk their lives to believe anything other than the accepted religion in that country. So yeah, it was random. And so I had a meeting today with somebody and I'm excited about that. That's next week. And the business, and I'm homeschooling my daughter. She is sick to death of me. God bless her. And because it's not even like remote school. It's homeschooling, my curriculum. And
I can't even imagine. That's got to be tough.
Well, she doesn't even have another kid she can go complain about me to, like a brother or sister. So I feel for her. I do. She complains to her American Girl dolls about me. But otherwise, no, things are good. I appreciate you having me on. I hope you guys stay safe and healthy. And
thanks for coming on, Jess. We always love having the ladies on. It adds to the show. Nick LeBoeuf, the goalie, comedian, YouTube extraordinaire. What are you going to say to wrap it up, Nick?
Thank you, man. Well, I always love doing these shows, and I'm really happy that you're thinking about putting some stuff together in the world of live stand-up. I can't wait to see you back out there, man.
Yeah, I can't either. Sometimes I'm like this, but I know I'm going to do something, but I'm getting itchy now. I'm starting to get itchy, We definitely good. Yeah. We were just, I just met you, Nick, and Holly, your girlfriend, and we were just, I met Larisa and Jessie came to Copperfields, and we were getting ready to have a great year. January, February was great last year, and it was going to be a big year. Yep. Even the first 2 weeks of March, everything was good, and then boom, so I can't wait to get back. I'm glad we did these Zoom shows because I got to keep in touch with everybody. I'm really glad that we did this, and I didn't think it would turn out as it's been good for me. I think a lot of the comedians told me they've enjoyed it. because they get to come on and we get to talk. And if I didn't do these Zoom shows, I mean, I'd probably be back in rehab with Mike Cronin. I'm not sure. Nick, it's great having you on. I love Mike. He's a great guy.
Thank you. It's great to be
Great
here.
having you on, Nick. We'll see you soon. Tell Holly we love her. And Karin, our number one fan. It's not Karina. It's Karin. What are you going to say to wrap it up, Karin? Are you still there, Karin?
I think she froze.
I think she froze.
Oh, she's frozen.
Can you hear me, Karin?
Now I can.
Oh,
All right. Great having you on, Karin. We love the
Thank
coffee
you.
mug. What are you going to say to wrap it up as a top fan?
Thank you for having me on. I love it. I love seeing you guys. This is fun.
We'll have you back. We got you coming back. Everybody will be back on. It's like a revolving door. We do this. And the moral of this show is don't get up at 5 in the morning. Go to bed at 11 o'clock. Write your list for the next day, and you're all set. You can sleep till 8. And that's what we're trying to get through to the last wrap up here. Mike Cronin. What are you going to say, Mike?
I am humbled and honored to have been on this show tonight.
Always says that. Always.
Because I am. I look forward to them. I look forward to them. I'm humbled and honored to be on. I want to apologize to Jessie Blue. I went for the laugh at her expense. That wasn't right. I apologize, Jessie. I know better. Larisa, it was great seeing you. As always, love hearing your voice, what you bring to the table. Nick LeBoeuf, one of my favorite people, man. I love what you bring to the table. I love your energy, what you got going on with Holly and your YouTube channels and whatnot, man. The sky is the limit for you, Karina. It is always great to spend time with you.
Karin.
I can't say Karin.
Karen.
I can't. Can I tell you something? When I pray for her, I pray for Big Daddy. I lift up the family. I call her Karina there too.
No wonder why they're not working.
I just stop
And
it.
Jesus face palms.
I just always call her Karina. I always call her Karina.
So if you meet a guy named Frank, what do you call him? Louis?
No, for some reason with Karin, that sounds very odd saying.
Yeah.
Just the way she spells her name with the I is different, and I just see her as a Karina.
I will admit, when I first saw the name, I thought it was Karin. I will admit. But then you told me it was really Karin. So I was all screwed up the first time she was on. I was like, Karin, Karin. I got it down now. It's Karin and Big Daddy. And you keep calling her Karina on the show, and you screw me all up, Mike.
And we're disappointed. Big Daddy hurt my feelings. He didn't
Well,
say
here,
that in.
we will have Big Daddy on the next time. You got to make sure he comes on the next time.
Definitely.
All right. All right. If anybody needs any products, coffee mugs,
Yeah.
all kind of
Let me
Valentine
know.
stuff, message me if you got her, and then we'll put you in touch with Karin and go from there. If you want any video shot when things get better, you're a comedian. Nick LeBoeuf edits them, films them. He does phenomenal. Jessie Blue can sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow and then preach to Pakistan. She can do anything you want. Jessie Blue. We love Jessie Blue. We love Larisa. Love all you guys. Larisa, we'll see you again. Mike, thanks for coming on, everybody. We'll see you soon. Write that
Yes,
list
take
before you
care.
go to bed.
Thank you.
God bless everybody.